So the Telegraph has a bit of a warning for Labour here. Down the bottom, 2/3 of companies slash hiring plans after Reeves's budget. What's happened, as we know, is that the Labour said they wouldn't put up national insurance on employees. Well, they just said they wouldn't put it up. They did put it up. They put it up on bosses, and it means that essentially everyone in the office got a pay rise, but they don't get it. It goes to the government, and it's looking like a nightmare. This, Nelifer.
Is it? I don't see it. I don't see it as a nightmare at all.
If companies are slashing hiring plans?
Well, if that's their business decision and they're choosing to take it out on the workforce, because this is actually something that's been in the budget. And the claim Reeves made was that she wouldn't raise it on employees. And this is not a rise on employees.
They didn't say that, though. They said we're not going to raise national insurance. That's what they said.
Yeah, to the public.
They didn't say that. They didn't say that.
Well, I mean, that's what I interpreted from her budget.
Exactly.
So when she actually came out and told us what was happening, she explained to us very clearly that this... Listen, ultimately, everyone's got a good... No one likes this, but no one's got a good alternative, right? So we've got to think about this in practical terms. If we want to fix the fiscal black hole that we're in, we've got to do it in measured ways.
OK, Andrea, what about that? They're trying to fix the destruction of the economy by your party.
I mean, look, the crazy pay rises they've been giving to, train drivers, etc.
Doctors?
The money they're wasting on the climate change agenda. I mean, I think every Conservative actually predicted, myself saying, that the Labour government, if they got into power, they would create an anti-business, anti-aspiration environment. And that's what's happening. So it's going to be a lack of investment. We're going to see some companies leaving the UK. This was predicted, actually, Jeff.
But as Nelifer says, they've got to fill this so-called black hole.
Well, stop spending so much. I mean, look at the recent projections. They've overspent already on what they projected.
We're just spending money we haven't got as a country, aren't we? We've been doing that for years.
We owe debts, and we have financial planning that needs to be... We need the adults in charge for a bit, I think, is what's happening. No one wants to pay more tax.
We haven't got the adults in charge.
I think it has to be... It has to be proportionate and relative. And I would rather, 100 times out of 100, see businesses soak up any form of debt than I would see an individual. I don't think it's fair that the carer for your mother should... I don't think it's fair that the carer for your mother should have to pay more. I think it's maybe the person that employs her.
Well,
I'd like to see George Osborne back in charge of the economy, actually.
George Osborne?
Oh, yeah. I was very pro him as Chancellor, and the way he made savings in the public sector.
The man who wanted to bring down the deficit but then left having not brought down the deficit, person.
No, but he handled the economy. We left it in a far better place when he was in charge.
But we had to have those cuts.
It was a financial crash, wasn't it?
OK, so we did massive cuts, and they're still seeing a situation where we haven't got the police we need, for example. I mean, there are parts of the UK where they haven't solved a burglary for 2 years.
Well, that's because they're onto these wokey crimes.
OK, all right.
So they're not solving
hang on,
burglary
let's move on.